Hello everyone, my name is Tanushree Lad. I am the Assistant Professor of AISSMS College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology. Today's session is on major political regions and boundaries surrounding India. So shall we begin? The objective of today's session will be to know the political boundaries of India, to know the history and culture of the countries situated along the political boundaries of India, and to understand the economy and the relations with India. So basically, India shares its international borders with 7 other countries, namely Pakistan, which is on its west, and Nepal, China and Bhutan on its northeast. It also has both Myanmar and Bangladesh on its east. Also, Sri Lanka lies to the south of India. The political boundaries of both Pakistan and Bangladesh with India are traced according to the Radcliffe Line. So what is the Radcliffe Line? Now, Radcliffe Line was drawn on 17th August 1947 and is spread through the Run of Kutch, Gujarat, to the international border in Jammu and Kashmir. Radcliffe divided India into 3 halves: Pakistan, East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh, and India. It was named after the chairman of the Border Commissioner, Sir Cyril Radcliffe. He was a lawyer from England and who had no previous knowledge or experience with cartography. This borderline is today the international boundary between India and Pakistan on the western side and India and Bangladesh on the eastern side. Now let's move on and take a glimpse at these countries and know a little about their culture, economy and relations with India. We will begin with Pakistan. Now Pakistan, like India, gained independence from British rule. But however, Pakistan gained independence on August 14, 1947, following the partition of British India. The partition led to the creation of 2 separate nations, India and Pakistan. Pakistan was established as a homeland for Muslims in South Asia. However, the partition also resulted in one of the largest migrations in history, accompanied by widespread violence and communal riots. The first few decades of Pakistan's history was marked by political instability, including military coups and conflicts with India over the disputed region of Kashmir. Pakistan has oscillated between civilian and military rule throughout its history. Looking at the culture of Pakistan, Pakistan has a very rich cultural heritage, which is influenced by various civilizations, including the Indus Valley Civilization, Islamic traditions, Persian culture, and British colonialism. Pakistani culture is characterized by its diverse languages, art, music, literature, cuisine, and religious practices. Urdu and English are the official languages, but regional languages such as Punjabi, Pashto, Sindhi, and Balochi are also widely spoken. Pakistani cuisine is known for its flavorful dishes such as biryani, kebabs, and curries. Traditional music, including qawwali, ghazals, and folk music, holds a very prominent place in the Pakistani culture. Now, coming to the economy of Pakistan, it is basically a mix of agriculture, industry, and various other services. Agriculture remains a very vital sector which employs a significant portion of the workforce and contributes to the country's GDP. Major crops include wheat, rice, cotton, and sugarcane. The industrial sector encompasses textiles, manufacturing, construction, and information technology. However, Pakistan faces economic challenges such as poverty, unemployment, corruption, and infrastructure deficits. Efforts to improve economic conditions and attract foreign investment are ongoing, but they also face obstacles due to political instability and security concerns. Coming to the relations with India, the relations between India and Pakistan has always been very strained and has been characterized by conflict, tension, and occasional attempts at reconciliation since partition. The primary source of contention is the dispute over the region of Kashmir, which has led to several wars and ongoing border confrontations. Now, efforts to resolve the Kashmir issue through bilateral negotiations have been challenging, with both countries holding entrenched positions. Other factors which affect the relationships include cross-border terrorism, territorial disputes, and ideological sentiments or differences. Despite several peace initiatives and confidence building measures, the relationship remains strained, with occasional diplomatic efforts to address underlying grievances and promote stability in the region. Now we move forward and we come to know about and let's learn about Nepal. With regards to the history of Nepal, it has a history which dates back to thousands of years. Nepal's story is one of resilience and unity. From the mighty kingdoms of Licchavi and Malla to the unification under King Prithvi Narayan Shah in the 18th century, Nepal has witnessed the rise and fall of dynasties, each leaving its mark on the land. In 2008, Nepal embraced democracy, marking a new chapter in its journey towards modernity. Culture. With regards to culture, Nepal's cultural tapestry is woven with threads of Hinduism and Buddhism, which is evident in its vibrant festivals, intricate temples, and spiritual traditions. From the bustling streets of Kathmandu to the serene monasteries of the Himalayan foothills, Nepal's cultural diversity is a testament to its rich history and heritage. With regards to economy, Nepal is also primarily an agrarian economy, with agriculture sustaining a large portion of the population. In recent years, tourism, although it has emerged as a vital economic driver which attracts adventurers and nature lovers from around the globe to its majestic peaks and lush valleys. Despite challenges such as poverty and infrastructure deficits, Nepal's entrepreneurial spirit and natural beauty offer promise for sustainable development. When we come to relations with India, Nepal shares a very unique bond with its southern neighbor India, which is forged by centuries of shared history and cultural exchange. The Treaty of Peace and Friendship, which was signed in 1950, laid the foundation for bilateral relations, emphasizing mutual respect and cooperation. While trade and transit routes connect the two nations, occasional tensions over border issues highlight the complexities of their relationship. Nevertheless, people-to-people ties remain strong, fostering cultural understanding and collaboration in various fields. Moving on to Bhutan. Now, the history of Bhutan is steeped in myth and legend, with the tales of ancient warriors, Buddhist saints, and royal lineages shaping its identity. The country transitioned from a patchwork of territories to a unified kingdom under the leadership of Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal in the 17th century. Since then, a hereditary monarchy has guided Bhutan through times of change and modernization, while preserving its unique cultural heritage. Let's go ahead and understand the culture of Bhutan. Now, Bhutan's culture is deeply rooted in Mahayana Buddhism, which permeates every aspect of daily life, from the fluttering prayer flags that adorn the mountain passes to the intricate wood carvings that adorn the monasteries. Bhutanese culture is a celebration of spirituality and harmony with nature. Festivals such as Sechu bring communities together in colorful displays of masked dances, music, and religious rituals, embodying the essence of Bhutanese identity. When we talk about Bhutan's economy, it is characterized by its commitment to gross national happiness, a development philosophy that prioritizes holistic well-being over material wealth. While agriculture remains the backbone of the economy, industries such as hydropower, tourism, and eco-friendly initiatives are gaining prominence. Bhutan's emphasis on sustainable development and environmental conservation sets it apart as a beacon of progress in the modern world. Coming to the relations with India, Bhutan's relation with India is based on mutual respect, cooperation, and shared interests. India has been a long-standing partner in Bhutan's development journey, providing assistance in areas such as infrastructure, education, and healthcare. The Treaty of Friendship, signed in 1949, forms the bedrock of bilateral relations, ensuring close ties in defense, trade, and cultural exchange. As neighbors and friends, Bhutan and India continue to collaborate closely on regional and global issues, forging a bond that transcends borders. China. Now, with regards to the history of China, China has a history spanning thousands of years. It's famous for its ancient dynasties like the Qin and Han, which built the Great Wall and the Terracotta Army. In 1949, China became a communist country under the leadership of Chairman Mao Zedong. Chinese culture is diverse and rich. It includes things like traditional festivals such as the Chinese New Year, delicious food like dumplings and noodles, and ancient practices like martial arts and calligraphy. Confucianism and Taoism are important philosophies that have shaped Chinese societies for centuries. With regards to economy, China has most probably one of the largest economies in the world, known for making lots of things like electronics, clothes, toys that are sold all around the globe. Many people in China either work in factories or on farms, helping the country grow and prosper. In recent years, China has also been investing in new technologies like artificial intelligence and renewable energy. When it comes to the relationship with India, China and India are two big neighbors with complex relationship. They share a long border and have a history of both cooperation and conflict. Following the Chinese Communist Party's triumph in the Chinese Civil War in 1949, and particularly after the annexation of Tibet by the People's Republic of China, the nature of their interaction has shifted. The Sino-Indian War, which is also known as the Indo-China War or the China-India War, which was an armed conflict between China and India, took place from October to November in 1962. This further created a rift between the two countries. While both nations have actively pursued economic cooperation, issues such as recurrent border disputes and tendencies towards economic nationalism in both the countries have emerged as a significant area of disagreement. Now coming to Myanmar. Myanmar, which was also known as Burma, has a long and colorful history. It was home to powerful kingdoms like the Pagan Empire, which is known for its beautiful temples and pagodas. Over the years, Myanmar has been influenced by various cultures, including British, Chinese, and European. It gained independence from British rule in 1948. However, it has experienced decades of military rule, which is characterized by political repression and human rights abuse. In recent years, the country had undergone a transition towards democracy, but, however, was again overpowered by military rule, giving rise to a civil war that continues as of 2024. It also has a very diverse culture and a deep root in Buddhist traditions. The country is home to stunning pagodas, temples and monasteries, including the iconic Shwe Dagon Pagoda in Yangon. Festivals such as the Water Festival and the Light Festival are celebrated with great enthusiasm, showcasing Myanmar's rich cultural heritage. Now, traditional arts such as puppetry, dance and music continue to thrive, reflecting the country's artistic talent. Once again, Myanmar also has a primarily agrarian economy, with agriculture employing a significant portion of the population. The country is rich in natural resources, including oil, gas, and minerals. In recent years, although Myanmar has opened up to foreign investments, particularly in sectors such as manufacturing, tourism, and telecommunications, despite economic potential, challenges such as poverty, infrastructure deficits, and political instability persist. Myanmar shares a very long border with India and has historical ties which date back to centuries. Both countries have cooperated on various fronts, including trade, security, and cultural exchange. India has been involved in infrastructural development projects in Myanmar, such as building roads and bridges, and has supported efforts for peace and reconciliation in the country. However, occasional tensions over issues such as border security and ethnic conflicts have impacted bilateral relations. Bangladesh. Let's know a little bit about Bangladesh, which was formerly known as East Pakistan. Bangladesh was established only in 1971, when the two parts of Pakistan split after a war that also drew in neighboring country, which is India. The independence movement was led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who later became the country's first president. Bangladesh has in recent years reduced population growth and improved health and education. The country's political landscape is dominated by major parties such as the Awami League and the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. With regards to culture in Bangladesh, there is a rich cultural heritage which is shaped by a blend of indigenous traditions, Islamic influences, and history of literary and artistic expression. Bengali language and literature hold a central place in the country's cultural identity, with figures like Rabindranath Tagore and Qazi Nazrul Islam revered as national icons. Festivals such as Pohila Boishakh, which is also known as the Bengali New Year, and Durga Puja are celebrated with great enthusiasm, showcasing Bangladesh's cultural diversity. Bangladesh's economy has experienced a significant growth in recent decades, which is driven by sectors such as garment, agriculture, and remittances. The ready-made garment industry, in particular, plays a crucial role in the country's economy, employing millions of workers and contributing significantly to export earnings. Despite progress, Bangladesh faces challenges such as poverty, infrastructure deficits, and vulnerability to climate change impacts. Coming to relations with India, Bangladesh shares a very long and porous border with India, and with historical ties which date back to centuries. Both countries have cooperated on various fronts, including trade, security, and connectivity. India has been involved in development projects in Bangladesh, such as building roads, bridges, and railways to enhance connectivity and promote economic growth. However, issues such as river water sharing, border security, and trade imbalances have occasionally strained bilateral relations. Let's come to Sri Lanka. Now, Sri Lanka, an island nation which is located in the Indian Ocean, has a complex political history which is influenced by various civilizations. It is a country which is located towards the southern part of India, which borders the southern part of India. The country was ruled by ancient kingdoms such as Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa before experiencing colonial rule by the Portuguese, Dutch, and British. Sri Lanka gained independence from Britain in 1948 and has since grappled with ethnic tensions between the Sinhalese majority and Tamil minority, culminating in a prolonged civil war that ended in 2009. Sri Lanka's culture is a vibrant mix of diverse influences, which includes Buddhism, Hinduism, and indigenous traditions. The country is renowned for its agriculture, for its ancient cities, archaeological sites, and religious monuments, such as the Sigiriya Rock Fortress and the Temple of Truth in Kandy. Traditional arts such as dance, music, and handicrafts thrive alongside modern expressions of creativity. With regards to economy, Sri Lanka's economy is diverse, with agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing being key sectors. The country produces a variety of crops, including tea, rubber, and spices, which are exported globally. Tourism plays a very significant role in the economy, attracting visitors to Sri Lanka's pristine beaches, cultural attractions, and wildlife reserves. Despite economic potential, Sri Lanka faces challenges such as high public debt, political instability, and natural disasters. Let's understand the relations with India. With regards to it shares a very close historical, cultural, and economic tie with India. Now, both countries have always cooperated on various fronts, which includes trade, defense, and cultural exchange. India has been involved in development projects in Sri Lanka, such as building infrastructure and providing humanitarian assistance during natural calamities. However, issues such as fishing disputes, regional geopolitics, and concerns about Chinese influence have occasionally strained these bilateral relations. Now, coming to a quick recap of what has been covered in this session, we have understood the history, the culture, the economy, and the bilateral ties that India shares with its political boundaries, namely Pakistan, Nepal, China, Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. Thank you.